too? Oh, cool. So we're streaming now, and people can saw me struggle bending over this.
How many people saw you on YouTube? Nobody watched.
Cool. Start my recording. Well, that's an AI app. Using that MP3 they usually log it out of.
Just gotta.
Let me grab my computer. Coffee stick. You might remove this. Are you sitting in?
A little bit. I'm not on, but you know, what's that?
Where's the aux cord?
Just say your one.
Hit this one?
Yeah, one like that, and then 1 and 2 on top.
I just need the aux.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can go on whenever.
Whenever I'm ready, just
You're ready, yeah.
put down the laptop, put up CD3, and hit record. Cool. We're going to have to put these on.
Oh, yeah. It's on. Here you go.
And you hear that, you know what it means. It is the intern with Sam Hadelman. That is Revenge by XXX. Tempest Piano. We'll let it play out. Today we'll be talking a little bit about an album that came out a couple months ago, but I feel we need to talk about today. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. We'll talk a little bit about Cardi, play some songs I like. Let's get it.
It's me. We making sure it's me. Come on.
Oh wait, that is, so, let's start it off. Yesterday, well first I'm going to play some of the music that I just listened to randomly, and then I'm going to go into the Cardi and the Kendrick Lamar album. So the other day I was on YouTube, and I was looking up the song Close to You by Frank Ocean, and I actually found the real sample of it by Stevie Wonder, and I thought that'd be a really cool song to show off with. So this is Talkbox Close to You by Stevie Wonder. So, here we go. And again, that is Close to You Talk Box live by Stevie Wonder. A lot of people don't know that how much I really like Stevie Wonder. It kind of reminds me of like all the influences and the funkier side of music that you hear today. That's why I started off, because a lot of the new Kendrick Lamar albums very funky. But let's get into a different mood. Another artist that I've been I've really been into as of recent, and by recent I mean like 7 years, is Kid Cudi. Even though for like 5 years he was god awful and terrible, and Speed and Bullet to Heaven is such a mistake of an album. If you haven't listened to it, you are lucky. It sounds terrible. Sounds like he's trying to play guitar underwater. It's a terrible album, but I really liked his first 2 albums, so I think I'm going to play one of my more relatable cuts off that. This is Man on the Moon by Kid Cudi. Love it. And what makes Kid Cudi so good is that he's a lot like Lil Yachty. He doesn't really care about what you want out of him or what the expectations are, just because he's an artist that kind of works with rappers. He'll make whatever kind of music he wants. And I think that's what Kanye probably saw in him. Kid Cudi's top 10 most influential artists of the 21st century. So, by me in real life, down here at 103.5 WNHH, if you disagree with that. I'll be toasted with my blunt and a brew, my dude. I'm that man on the moon. Come on. Oh my god. Early Kid Cudi? Perfect. A Kid Named Cudi? One of my favorite mixtapes of all time. I like it more than I like Man on the Moon, honestly. If you haven't listened to it, it is from 2007. Plain Pat produces most of it. And what I like about Kid Cudi is honesty. I think that's something that I definitely look for when I'm like talking, when I am looking for a music. And there's no one more honest than Kid Cudi. That's actually been like his career issue, is that he's too much of himself. And he gets too caught up in his ego, and then you end up with the grungy musical mess that was Speeding Bullet to Heaven too. And I hope he comes back, because his new album was really good. The one with 3 Stacks on it, and Travis Scott. And he's made peace with Kanye West. And if we can get a T-Pain, Lil Wayne album in 2017, I hope we can get a Kid Cudi album with Kanye West. That would be amazing. I'm going to play a collab by Kanye and Kid Cudi called Welcome to Heartbreak. Sorry, I'm having a little I'll just keep going with Kid Cudi. I don't know. I felt it was really relatable, like when I was like a teenager. I think that's what like that's like the demographic he pertains to. And I'm gonna play Welcome to Heartbreak by Kid Cudi and Kanye. actually just was informed by my good friend Michael DiMartino that there are, in fact, people who liked Kid Cudi's Speeding Bullet to Heaven. And at least I found someone. Everyone else that listened to it and talked to me about it said it was terrible. So I commend you, DMar, for sticking with Kid Cudi through this terrible creative drought that was Speeding Bullet to Heaven. And once again, that is Welcome to Heartbreak with Kid Cudi and Kanye West. And Kid Cudi is basically responsible for the whole 808s album. But I'm not even going to speak on Kanye West or 808s. I'm going to have a whole show just for my love for Kanye West. Anyone who knows me knows I really liked him to the point where I basically annoyed and pressured anyone around me to listen to Jesus and Pablo. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, next we are going to get into the album that I'm going to talk about, but let me ease you into Kendrick Lamar with a song with him and one of my personal favorite rappers. Because when it comes to my fanhood of music, there's two different things for me. There's my personal favorite and what I think is the best. Like, my personal favorite rappers are like Isaiah Rashad, Young Thug, and people like that. But don't get me wrong, one more album like his last album, and Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper of all time. If I mean real life, you're at 103.5 WNHH, if you disagree with it. So I'm going to play one of my favorite songs of last year, off one of my favorite albums of last year, The Sun's Tirade, Isaiah Rashad, and Kendrick Lamar, What's Wrong? So, let's get into it. Oh.
You said something?
What?
I think you said something.
Okay.
¿Estás grabando?
Sí.
¿Estás grabando?
¿Ah?
Porque necesito imprimir con mi computadora. Cambiarme de cosa.
Ok, yo voy a ir como 5 minutos y yo te voy a hacer algo.
not gonna cut the song off. But if you have a Kendrick Lamar verse that you like better than that, because that's one of the best verses I heard the entire year. You can hit my line in any social media. You can find me, Sam Hadelman. If you have any Kendrick Lamar songs that you really want me to play, I'll think about it. And once again, that was What's Wrong with Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick Lamar, off the Sun's Tirade of Asking. Now, let's get into this album. Damn. That's exactly what I said in my first video. Kendrick Lamar. So let's talk about The Pimp a Butterfly. Great album, musical masterpiece, basically a novel rap movie. That's basically what it was. It was basically him taking you through the racial tensions, through the way in the U.S. historically, the way he sees it, and how it affects his life personally, his own personal turmoils. But it was a lot for people to handle, because Good Kid, Mad City was supposed to be the hip-hop savior. It was supposed to be, oh, we finally got it, we got someone who will spit 16 bars for us. No. Kendrick Lamar, not Nas, not Illmatic. Kendrick Lamar will do whatever he wants. And let's play one of the first songs off the album while I talk about it. This is DNA. And so speaking of Pimp a Butterfly, so it was kind of hard for people to digest. It was such a racially charged album that kind of threw some people off. And it was very long, and it didn't really sound like he was pushing music forward in a futuristic direction, but rather taking a different twist on an older sound and turning it into his own, taking elements of jazz, which he has talked about multiple times, really liking, and 90s rap music, and kind of mending them together with help from producers like Dave Free, Knowledge, people like that. And I don't feel like he did that in this album at all. I feel like this is a very modern sounding album. And I don't know. I really liked how this album feels more focused. It feels more like he's just trying to show you he's the best at what he does, and he's not afraid to show you this. And I feel like in this album, he did what I wanted him to do in The Pimp a Butterfly with pushing a different sound that no one has ever really tried to do before. That's what he kind of does on this, while also spitting some of the best raps I've ever heard. I'm gonna play this out a little bit more. This is the best rapping I think I've ever heard. If you can think of a better verse than this, in the ending of this, please hit my line. Or find me in real life at 1 to 3.5. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. I'm in. Oh. And that was DNA by Kendrick Lamar. And this songs like this, yeah, like it was so interesting. A person who's known for their high energy, high intensity music slows it down. He wants you to actually. I feel like on this album, he wants you to know directly how he feels, rather than. I feel like The Pimple Butterfly was just way too complicated for your average rap fan. I'm not saying that your average rap fan is dumb, but there was just like a lot of layers to Pimple Butterfly. It's a very layered album, like racially, through his own depression, through his own experiences. I feel like this album is very direct. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let the song play out. This is Yeah off Damn by Kendrick Lamar. I think that excerpt is very interesting because Fox News, if you don't know, he during one of the awards that he was performing on, he performed on top of a cop car and performed all right. And of course, Fox News twisted that to cop-hating rapper talks about killing cops, and he directly calls out Fox News and says Geraldo Rivera, sorry, and Geraldo Rivera. He's a fellow Spanish Jew, but I can't. I wish that there was like a cooler one that I could look up to because there's just A-Rod and Geraldo Rivera, and I'm a Red Sox fan, and I hate Fox News, so it puts me in a really weird pickle. So if you're a Hispanic Jewish rapper, please make it big, because I need it. So the next song we're gonna play is Element. Shout out Robbie Dorfman. Yeah, I might do it for Compton. And that's Element. And it kind of sounds like an updated NWA sound. And I think that's a really cool thing that he does. Like pull up, hop out, and then he goes, it's just one of the more. Again, this song is very direct. He's telling you exactly how he feels, and that's what I think he conveys really well on this album. I feel like it's a more personal album than The Pimp Butterfly. Yes, You is probably one of those personal songs that Kendrick Lamar has made. But I feel like this is a frustrated Kendrick Lamar, an angry Kendrick Lamar at the state of America. that little notion about going to Cuba, that's a shot at the theory that Tupac Shakur is still alive. And I think that this album strengthens the comparisons between Kendrick Lamar and Tupac. Very similar, except it's more of like a Malcolm X MLK kind of situation, where Kendrick Lamar kind of preaches more about peace, while Tupac was more about war. At least that's the way I see it. If you see it differently, hit my line, or debate me in real life at 103.5 WNHH. And I think I'm going to play one of the more interesting songs of this album, and probably my favorite. This song is called Pride. And I think this song's so interesting because it kind of sounds like Tame Impala. And it doesn't really sound like rap, but I don't know what it is, but I love it. So I'm just going to let you listen to it. This is Pride off Damn. Perfect world. And he kind of sounds like Fly Low a little bit. And I don't know, I just really dig this track. And the entire album is just a masterpiece. And I think that it's definitely another 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 on the same album rating. Like, personally 10 out of 10. In general, 10 out of 10. I love it. It's so good. And, alright. I like the story that it kind of builds together too. If you guys haven't listened to the album, I'm not going to give it away. But it kind of tells the story the entire way through. And it's a little bit more of an obvious story than To Pimp a Butterfly. So if you're an average listener, I would definitely say listen to this the entire way through. Please don't just listen to Humble. But I don't have much time, so I'm going to get into the next album I want after this song, of course. And one more time, that is Damn by Kendrick Lamar. And as you heard earlier, on the same album score. let's go to the next album and finish with each other. I've been waiting on it for a very, very long time. Let's start it off with the headlining song off it. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? How much time do I have? Is that 55 or 46?
No, you have, what's 10 minutes? You can go up to 55.
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out what was I doing.
And if you don't know that song, I feel really bad for you, but it is Magnolia by Playboi Carti off the self-titled LP Playboi Carti. He worked pretty closely with a producer named Pierre. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out? And I was waiting for this. I think the entire internet was really waiting for this album for a while. And because Playboi Carti, if you don't know, he's like the first big SoundCloud rapper. He had one of the biggest SoundCloud hits ever. And I'll play it soon. I don't want to give it away. But it hit 32 million hits. And that was like one of the first like big blockbuster SoundCloud hits. And he was like a big independent artist. And now he's signed with Interscope. And he's in A$AP Mob. So he's kind of under Rocky's wing. And he's kind of like a fashion designer who happens to rap. A lot of fashion designers like really like his music, and this song is taking over the entire world. And we'll just get right into the album. So sometimes I feel as though people think that trap artists can't like carry a full album. Like there's a lot of people who think like Yachty couldn't carry an album, but he carried a 21 song album, and I think people were kind of doubting that Carti could. But I'm gonna play that song I was talking about. That was the big SoundCloud hit. This is What by Playboi Carti. And that is What by Playboi Carti and Uno the Activist. The song's not off the album, but it was one of the biggest SoundCloud hits. But Playboi Carti kind of like went into obscurity because he decided not to drop an album. And I think that's a very interesting move. He's a lot like Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean decided to build his fan base just based off loyalty, because people can easily just hear a single and then be like, oh, where's the album? Boom, listen to it, and then they're forgotten. It happens all the time. And I think Playboi Carti thought that he would be above this if he didn't drop an album for a while and took 3 years to drop it. But, I mean, he wasn't wrong. This album was really well produced. And I think what he said was that he didn't want to drop this album too early because he wanted to have a producer who would work basically exclusively with him. And that's how he found Pierre. And it just works really well. I'm going to get back to What. Cardi is that his music just sounds so raw, so unfiltered. So it just sounds like Cardi's making music that makes him happy and not influenced by a label. That happens all the time. Like artists like they'll make really good music by themselves, so they'll get signed to a big label, and their first album's a mess, and they don't know what to do themselves. But Cardi was smarter than that. Cardi signed with his friend, Rocky, and now he's just doing what he wants. But yeah, like I said, this song's like 2 years old, and it still sounds like it could have been made last week. And I really like the song. I'm gonna play another cut off the album, "Let It Go." One of my personal favorite songs about the album. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's more well thought out than most young trap music is. And I've just been a really big fan since I heard that song. And I think it was kind of a smart move to not drop the album. But I think it's like created this almost cult-like fan base that if you ever go on any forum website, you'll know what I'm talking about. People go crazy over just like snippets. Like people like don't even listen to Cardi songs. They just have snippets of his music that they hear on Snapchat or Instagram, and they just like hold on to these songs because that's how good of an artist they believe Playboi Carti is. People think he's basically the trap messiah, and at first I didn't like jump on the wave. I was like, wait, who is this guy? Like, is he just like a watered down Rocky? And I listened to his music. I heard Pump Fake. That was like the first Playboi Carti song I ever listened to. And that song, I don't know. I really couldn't even like contextualize why I really love Playboi Carti, but he's like one of my favorite rappers. Like I was explaining before, I have like a personal list of rappers I really like, and then rappers I think are the best. I think there's a huge distinction. When you actually like get into a genre, you find that you don't just like the big artists, like you have to find your own personal sound. And the artists I like are like X, referencing XXX, Tentacion. I really like Isaiah Rashad, Thug, Cardi. Like this is just the kind of music that speaks to me, and I couldn't even really explain why. It's just music I really like, and I'm so happy that this mixtape actually came out. I'm gonna play another song out here. The song is called "Locations."
Hey, you look on the screen and tell me the length of that. You see where the mouse is?
Yeah, 4329.
4229.
That was good line of the song. And that is Location by Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti is kind of like part of this new generation of Atlanta, that's where he's from, who they're not really about it. Like Carti's not really like about that life, but he uses the imagery and lifestyle that he likes to depict it as, and uses it to his own lyrical advantage. And his whole image is kind of this like fashion designing gangster, but he knows he's not really like that. Like he's not really from he's not from an area like that. He's not like a Gucci Mane. He's basically a fashion designer. That's what he is. He wears rap. Like he's on that new song Rap with Frankie, Uzi, Quavo, Rocky. He's just very into fashion, and he just happens to make really good music. And I was really impressed by this album. There really isn't a bad song in it. That's what I really like about it. Is that what I don't like filler. I don't know. When an artist comes out with the first album, I find that they don't put a lot of filler in it because it's their first mixtape. It's their baby. Everything they put in, especially Cardi, because he worked 3 years on this. Like, every song on here is good. I wish I could play it, but most of it's explicit. I'm so happy that I got to find the clean versions of it. But if you haven't heard it yourself, this is Playboy Cardi by Playboy Cardi, and the song's called Location. Alright, let's get into one more song. The song is called Flex. And it kind of reminds me of Nights by Frank Ocean. Like a trappy mix. That's what I mean. And actually Playboy Cardi was in the studio when Nights was recording. And that totally makes sense, because it kind of sounds like something Cardi would do. And this song, I hope it's like, next music kind of sounds like this. It doesn't sound like conventional trap music. It kind of has more of a spacious sound to it. I don't know. So, final rating from Sam Hadelman, I'd say this is like a good 9, especially for a debut from Cardi. Like a first album, this is really strong. And yeah, that's after a while I thought that. At first I was like, is this really that good? Am I a hype beast? What am I doing with my life? But then, as I went on, I felt more confident in my opinion. Ooh. Ooh. And you can hear what I mean by Nights. That beat switch kind of reminded me of the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in the world, which is the Nights beat switch. And once I have my full Frank Ocean show, I will play that, don't worry. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. So yeah, like I said, final rating on the Playboy Cardi album, good 9 for me. So with the rest of my time, I'm listening to play some of the things I'm listening to recently. And I think most appropriately, you guys know Stanford. I've been very into him recently. For the song Plastic 100 Degrees Celsius. It is beautiful. And it's kind of on the Frank Ocean Solange side of music, and I hope you enjoy. Ah. Ooh. So yeah, again, that is Sampha off his new album. What a beautiful song. Also, I'd just like to add, if you don't like the music I play, don't like the music I listen to, please hit me up. Yeah, 103.5 WNHH. I'd love to have you on the show. I think if anyone doesn't really like the music I like, that's fine. I completely am open to that. Literally anyone. I don't care how old you are, who you are. If we just met one time in 8th grade and you made fun of my weird haircut, fine. Please come in and talk to me about music. I would love to have a calm, collective conversation about all the music I like, and I hopefully will be able to convert you. But here's a Sampha, Plastic 100 degrees Celsius again. What? I got some comments. That's pretty cool. Lauren Kelly, wow, what a throwback. Jason Crisio, what a cool kid. This outro is ridiculous. If you are just tuning in, please listen to this. So I got, do I have time for one more song?
Yeah, just cut it out.
Alright.
You got up to 58, so.
Ooh.
And just.
Alright,
You have to do it quick though.
So if you've been listening to my last couple episodes, you know I've been talking about a lot of Frank Ocean, right? If you know, wait, first let me start off. If you think I should wear a different jean jacket, please comment on the Facebook. If you like the jean jacket I'm wearing right now, comment on the Facebook. If you think jean jackets are old and I should give my other jean jacket back to my dad, also comment on the Facebook. I think I'm going to play a quick Frank Ocean song off Blonde. Thank God this was it. I can actually play it on the air. So this is Self-Control. It's with Austin Feinstein, a random artist that Frank Ocean found, and Young Lean is on here. Do not worry. One day I'll talk about international rap, and Young Lean will be a good focus of it. But this song is so good. This album is, I've been debating with myself if this is my favorite album of all time. And I will have a Frank Ocean episode. Do not worry. But here it is. you're on the Facebook Live and you can hear me singing, you're welcome. As I made you lose your self-control. Oh my god. My self-control. Okay, so you're gonna hear a quick like in the background. That's the only one. Right here. No, that's all.
Finish with the call signs because you haven't been saying anything.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, one other.
Alright, so let's.
I even have a little catchphrase in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit my life.
You got a good following now.
I do? Cool. I know you wanna deeply take out some summertime. And that was Self-Control by Frank Ocean. What a beautiful song. Trust me, I would love to sit here and talk about how much I like Frank Ocean for a couple hours. But I'm about to get out of here. So I'll just finish out and let you know what's coming on. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, you want to be on the show and you do like my music, don't worry, I'm not only having people who argue with me. And do you want to be on the show? Do you have any recommendations? Hit my line at 103.5 WNHH or any of my social media. So it's it's not recording. This is Revenge by XXX. Thank you for listening to The Intern with Sam Adelman. I will see you whenever they let me on the radio next. Here at 103.5 WNHH. Cool.
You stop recording?
I'm going to wait till it's on.
Alright, no. What time is it?
67.
You could let it run for another 30 seconds then. Actually, the station ID is until 59.
So I have a minute.
Alright. Let's see. No, what?
What time is the replay at? If there's going to be a replay.
You're probably gonna have a review. I'm deciding that right now. Drive by headline to 6. Go. That is huge one.
What is the password here? So put the laptop up.
Yeah. You stopped the recording.
Yep.
Yo no sé el password de allí.
Did you stop the streaming?
Diferente persona ha ponido un account ahí, yo no sé.
Did you stop the stream?
No, you switch to the laptop, right? Oh, the stream. Grab the keyboard there.
I'm going to be in front of the camera so it's not like a...
And just hit stop stream on OBS. Yep.
This is like a lot. Wait, okay.